Eleanor's life seemed suspended in a limbo of uncertainty and secrets until one day, an unexpected envelope changed everything. This sudden and mysterious event marked the beginning of a series of discoveries that would shake his existence and that of his children. If you want to continue following compelling stories like this, subscribe to the channel. But now, happy viewing. Elena was a strong and devoted woman, mother of 3 children, Laura, Marco, and Sylvia. Their life in Castellina was seemingly perfect. She taught chemistry in the local school, and her husband Giacomo was a respected financial manager. They lived in a cozy home, surrounded by friends and neighbors who admired them. However, behind this facade of perfection, there was a deep pain. Giacomo had developed a gambling addiction. Every day was a struggle for him, trapped in a spiral of bets and illusory hopes. Eleanor, although aware of the problem, was torn between her love for her husband and the need to protect her children. Tensions grew day by day, with frequent arguments that undermined the family harmony. Cancelled vacations and compromised finances were just some of the consequences of his actions. One day, the man came home earlier than usual, his face marked by worry. "Elena, we need to talk. Let's go to the room," he said in a sad voice. The children, Laura, Marco, and Sylvia, sensed that something serious was about to be discussed. Locked in the room, Giacomo confessed, "I used company money to bet, and I was discovered. They fired me." The woman felt her world collapse around her. Sitting on the edge of the bed, her hands covering her face, tears flowing silently. "What are you doing with your life, Giacomo? And where are you taking our family?" she asked in a broken voice. She decided it was time to protect her children. She grabbed a suitcase and began to pack their things, explaining to the children that they were going to their grandparents for a while. "Elena, we are married. In our vows, you promised to be by my side through good times and bad," Giacomo said, with sadness and remorse in his voice. "Indeed, Giacomo, but you are the one who brought evil into our home," Elena replied, firm in her decision. With her children, the woman moved in with her parents, Carlo and Maria. Pain and disappointment accompanied her, but she knew she had made the right choice. Life without him was hard, but Eleanor was determined to protect her children. One day, as she was getting ready for work, the doorbell of her parents' house rang. She opened the door and found her husband outside. "Good morning. I came to see the children and to tell you that I've found a new job," he said with a determined expression. The man explained that he had begun to treat his addiction by attending a support group. "I know it's too early to forgive me, but I want you to know that I'm committed to changing," he said. As time went by, Giacomo showed that he really wanted to change. He spent more time with his children and family, devoted himself to reading and sports. The woman, seeing the genuine effort of her husband, began to get closer to him again. They began taking long walks together, which soon turned into runs. Running side by side became a symbol of their journey of rebuilding. Over time, Elena decided to return home with her children. The family, now united and renewed, seemed truly happy. The man's new job was not as prestigious as his previous one, but with discipline and planning, they managed to save for family vacations. However, fate had another cruel surprise in store. The man received a devastating diagnosis, an advanced and incurable disease. Despite efforts with conventional therapies, nothing seemed to work. The family, desperate, explored experimental treatments, spending a lot of money in the hope of finding a cure. Elena, willing to do anything to prolong her husband's life, refinanced the house. Giacomo, feeling that his body was tired and the struggle unbearable, made the difficult decision to let go. The family gathered around him, sharing precious moments and words of love. He decided to leave, leaving a deep void in the lives of his wife and their children. The woman, working tirelessly, could not meet her financial commitments. The loans and mortgage were taking a heavy toll. One day, an unexpected visitor brought a radical change. Andrea, a well-dressed man, handed Elena an envelope. If you like the story, would you be kind enough to leave a like and subscribe to the channel? Thanks for the support. Mrs. Elena, this envelope contains your husband's final instructions, he said, then turned and walked away. In the envelope, Elena found bank documents and a letter from her husband. Dear Elena and beloved children, if you are reading this letter, it is because I am no longer with you physically. I wish our life together had been longer, but fate decided otherwise. However, something that will never end is the love we shared. I ask your forgiveness for the time I was negligent. Inside this envelope is the information of a bank account with several tens of thousands of euros. It is in your name, and I hope you will use it to put the family life in order after I leave. Do you remember the night you left our house taking the children? That night I made a risky bet, and to my surprise, I won the maximum prize. Elated, I realized that there was no one to share the joy of victory with. That night, I decided to change. I opened this account and put all the money from the win in it. I wanted to win back my life and your forgiveness. Take that money as my way of taking care of you, even if I will no longer be by your side. Never forget that you were the greatest prize I have ever won in life. I love you. James's letter brought deep comfort to the family's hearts. They realized that despite everything, the man had cared for them until the end. The money left by the husband allowed the family to pay off their debts and avoid losing their home. This unexpected financial change brought immense relief, allowing them to begin a new chapter in their lives. Elena and her children managed to get their lives back on track, with the memory of Giacomo always in their hearts. Their story shows how, even in the darkest moments, love and determination can bring hope to light.